Be clear, Chief Keef is only 16, so
I
don't
ain't
be in
16.
Oh, you're not? Why does everybody say you're only 16 years
They
old?
say what they want to say.
How old are you?
300.
Listen,
Chief Keef, Sosa, bang, bang. At this point, I think we all know his story. Born in Chicago, grew up on the south side, was on house arrest in 2011 and began uploading songs onto YouTube, with his breakout track, I Don't Like, going viral when he was just 15. One $6 million record deal and 3 hit tracks later, and you have a figure who has suddenly cemented himself as one of the most influential trendsetters of all time. So what is it that helped Keef go viral in the first place? And more importantly, why are people to this day still so gravitated towards his image, style, and overall swag? Well, we're going to cover all of that today, so stay tuned. When Chief Keef had broke out into the scene in 2011, he had very quickly garnered a loyal fan base due to his very raw and unique approach to making rap music. Now, this video is primarily about visual aesthetics, so I will only cover this part very briefly, but essentially Keef's breakout songs were far grittier, far darker, and more violent than any other mainstream rap at the time. Pair this with the fact that his verses were far more focused on being short and impactful rather than long and meaningful, and you have a recipe for something new for the youth to get attached to. And as it goes with most rap artists, or even just music artists in general, it wasn't just the music that people were getting attached to, but also the brand image that Keef was presenting, unintentionally, I might add. He has been on record multiple times claiming that he and his whole hood had been swagging like this for years. This essentially tells us that what was being shown in these early music videos wasn't merely just a trend or a facade for Keef and the rest of 300, but it was really how him and his block had been dressing, had been swagging from when they were young. Or younger, I guess, because they were like 16 to begin with. Even the infamous locks were, according to Keef, already part of Chicago.
A lot of the Chicago rappers got dreadlocks in their hair. What does that mean? Is that a statement, or is that just something that y'all like to do?
Exactly.
That's what that is?
Something
I fuck with it though.
Which in the end was definitely a good thing, as these locks in themselves helped boost Keef's image and essentially will now always kind of be synonymous with him, you know, at least for a certain demographic. The way locks shake as you're like dancing and the beat drops, the way that they can cover your face and give off a vibe of mystery and nonchalantness. They have connotations of, oh, that's a cool guy, I kind of want to be like him. The fact Keef broke out with the locks, I wouldn't call it luck, but it definitely just adds to this whole image, to this whole swag. But yeah, these were essentially the vibes that Chief Keef and the rest of Glow were giving off. Authentic violence with a very I don't care attitude. The sagging of the pants, the cropped polos, the vulgar lyrics. This was Glow. This was Lamron. This was Sosa. So, there has been an apparent resurgence in Chief Keef's popularity as of recent. His older songs are resurfacing on TikTok every day, and his fashion statements from over a decade ago are once again being copied. It's as if we are literally back in 2012. What's interesting though is the fan base who are mainly driving this resurgence are noticeably different to the ones who would have back in 2012, and I think I know why. It seems Chief Keef has essentially gone from being a quintessential mainstream drill rapper to somewhat of a more niche and more acquired drill rapper, where mainstream trap over the last decade has become a little more uniform, maybe a little more laid back and chilled out. It's become, you know, a lot more cleanly regarding the mainstream rap, right? It's a lot cleaner, it's less aggressive. Keef's older work and even some of his newer work just bleed that very raw, experimental and out there sound, which has resulted in Keef now attracting a younger and more alternative fan base who are basically looking into his back catalogs and saying like, hold on, this is different, this is very chaotic, this is very raw, this is cool. In this current age, you have your Lil Babies, you have your Gunners, obviously somewhat level-headed regarding the way they rap, the way they dress. It's all very uniform, right? Then you have your Laserdims, your Glock 40 Spaz, you know, all of these underground people who instead bring this super raw, super hyper chaotic energy. Keef's older music has now fallen into that underground rather than the mainstream, hence why he is now garnering a new fan base who are more underground. These newer fans are typically quite fashionable, maybe even a little emo, and will post TikToks of themselves rapping to Chief Keef with a pair of fur boots or a rhinestone belt, or you know, something like that, something pretty out there. They're usually advocates for individuality, which again is something that Sosa and the rest of 300 have always advocated for, like aggressively advocated for.
I'm kind of weird, man, and I'm not even weird though, you know?
You just different.
Yeah,
You do you.
exactly.
Ain't no two Chief Keefs, there's only one, nigga, shit.
Thanks to TikTok, we are in the age of being different. Underground musicians and sounds are dominating social media, and everybody now wants to stand out. Well, at least a lot of people do. And I feel Sosa has very quietly become one of the people at the forefront of this newly founded underground community. A community which is for people who enjoy being different, who enjoy things which aren't normal. And normal is literally Lamron spelled backwards. So what exactly is this swag that is currently resurfacing? What are the intricacies of it all? For this section, I want to go over what I'm very simply going to call the Sosa style rules, where I'm going to go over the visual language of some of Chief Keef's most infamous photos, and in turn go over his infamous outfits, I guess. The amount of people who have dressed as this picture for Halloween is ridiculous. This instantly I get the perfect example of what I'm trying to say. Go on TikTok and search hashtag Chief Keef for 2 minutes and you will see somebody wearing this outfit. Thank you. Lead, never follow. It's like, I'm not making this shut up. Lead, never follow is written on what is arguably the most infamous Chief Keef picture of all time. Lead, never follow. Embrace being different. Normal spelled backwards. Of course, he has True Religion jeans with the LV belt. It's quite hood. Huge Gucci goggles. It's all very out there. It's all very in your face. Polos. We're going to see a whole bunch of polos. The Ralph Lauren polo is a huge part of Chief Keef's style. He essentially brings it in and out of fashion once every few years, and right now they are definitely back in fashion. There's always a specific stance with the wide legs. It's always cropped polo, specifically cropped, never past the belt because you have to show off the designer belt. Wide leg stance with straight fitting jeans and then some sneakers on the feet. The pants also need to be sagging at least a little bit. These are the Sosa style rules. Of course, I do also have to mention the fact Y2K is indeed trending right now, and well, need I say more? These glasses are super Y2K, super tacky. But yeah, essentially those are some of the Sosa style rules. Those are some of the reasons why his outfits are still so relevant. The Y2K, the authenticity, is the confidence, it's the fact that he is not normal, he's different, he's Lamron. He is like a lot of us underground hip-hop fans are. Hopefully that all made sense in the end there. This was a bit of a difficult one for me to bring all my thoughts into, but regardless, that was a bit of a quick video. A new video coming soon. The next one is going to be very long. It's going to be very cool, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, leave a like if you liked the video and subscribe if you potentially like me or my content. Love you all. Goodbye. Love, 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 love. Love you all.